Hi, everybody. Okay, just work with me here. I'm trying to figure this crazy thing out that I have my phone on, and it looks like it could possibly be some kind of a bug from outer space. But okay, so let's see if we can get you in here, Arshad. There you are.
I'm here.
Here we are. Ooh, can we do this? Will people be able to see us with the way that our microphones are? I think I might have to look at my video skills. They're just amazing. Just
Are you live already?
yeah. Oh yeah, we're live. So yeah, can we do this? All right. Hi guys, just bear with us. We got to do sound checks and things like that. And I'm gonna move this. I think we need to get us more in here like this.
All right.
Oh, gosh, we're cute.
This is not your first time. You've done this before.
Well, I want to start it because I think it's fun. You know, for people to get to see what the heck we look like while we're here on our podcast.
Got you. I'm glad I wash my face.
We can show people off our tennis shoes and stuff. Look at
cool
these
shoes.
kicks. These rock out. Just saying, they're like rain plus winter plus tennis shoes all in one.
That's impressive. See, I don't know if I could do
Winter
rain.
tennis shoes. I've been asking the universe for winter tennis shoes. I'm like, why don't we make tennis shoes for wintertime?
That you don't have to spray and stuff.
Oh, no,
because that's always annoying.
Well,
to me.
it is annoying. They should come pre-sprayed.
And then they tell you have to spray multiple times throughout the year and stuff like that.
And then they say, "Hi, here's your spray bottle of stuff," and it's like $10. You're like, seriously?
Which is definitely a ripoff.
What's in there? It just seems like it should be $5.99.
Or if I just bought these shoes from you all, you kind of should throw it in for free. Probably.
Yeah, like, hey, thanks for spending.
Why would you want me to get these shoes that I can't protect?
All right, shoe industry, you listening? We have good ideas.
Hopefully this didn't mess up any shoe spraying endorsements.
People right now are like, oh, I forgot to spray my shoes. I'm going to quit watching this video and get that done.
All right, cool.
Do you need something to drink?
Is there water?
Yeah.
Can we get some?
That'd be awesome. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott.
No problem. Cool. Well, I know you know how to use a microphone, but these are especially just like the studio mics. Like they sound the best if you're right in front of them, basically.
Gotcha. Right.
So, and if you want to, it might be easier to just kind of sit sort of like she is and kind of lean and face her some. Yeah.
Hello.
Cool. Does this work?
Yeah. That'd be perfect. Right. Something like that. If you need to move, you can just kind of take it with you. But yeah.
Gotcha. It's slightly because it's at the angle, but then I'm trying to
Well, if you want, we can kind of do one of these.
No, wait, is he in the? No, scooch him in a little bit so he can be seen. I don't know if anybody is even. I love this live stuff though. Well, it's hilarious. It's just fun.
You're brave. I did it maybe for 20 seconds one time, but then it was oh, people can see me and I can't see them.
But you know, I figured out what you can do is that if you do a live recording of something, you can download it, and then you can use it on YouTube or wherever. So you can keep it.
That's with Instagram or Facebook or what?
This is Facebook.
This is Facebook. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you know if Instagram lets you do that? So look at you said you're way more tech savvy than me.
But you know, I don't know if Instagram might have live video now.
No, they have live.
Yeah.
I don't know if they let you download it.
Well, you know, Facebook and Instagram are married.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready?
I think so. Can I get you to talk for just a second, Arshad?
Check. Let me do a rapper check.
Do a rapper check.
Mic check. That's all I got.
It's too early. It's too early, right? Rap has to come at a certain time.
No.
Do you do 3 a.m. rap? Do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, I have some ideas?
I do wake up randomly and write. Definitely. Sometimes it's because I was rapping in a dream. And then, in my dream, I start telling myself, say this line over and over. So when you wake up, you could keep saying it. But I usually forget it, I'll be honest.
No, you do forget it. They say that's why you have to keep a notebook next to your bed so you can write it down. Because I will have brilliant ideas. Well, I'll have brilliant ideas, and then I'll forget them. Or I'll have brilliant ideas and wake up the next morning and go, that wasn't brilliant. It seemed so brilliant at 3 a.m. It was actually really weird.
That sounds like a lot of people I know that get elevated, and they think they have great ideas when they're elevated, and then
And then they're like,
you level out something, you're like,
not.
maybe those sweet potato
Get
pizza
elevated.
bites weren't the smartest
Let's
idea.
get elevated. I like that.
Definitely elevated the way to go.
Okay, so the scoop is we have 3 9-ish minute sections, but it's okay if we go over. We're not. And then I'm going to introduce you. We talk, and then at the end I get to ask you some questions.
Are these gonna be like super difficult questions?
No, they're not mathematical or.
See, that would be easy for me.
Oh, dang it! Let's write you're a musician. I
Well,
should have
I
done
used to do
mathematics.
engineering
No, these
before.
are just like really fun. That's true. So, but no, they won't be because I'm not mathematical, and you
Gotcha.
could like say anything, and I'd be like, sure, okay.
You
That's
should ask
the
me a
right
question.
answer.
Definitely. I'm gonna say the wrong answer would make it sound right or something.
Like, yeah, that was exactly the right answer. Okay. All right, are you ready for us, Sam?
I'm ready. Here we go.
Okay. Hi, this is Mish Hancock, and you are listening to Mishmash, a place where I get to talk to the weird, wacky, and wonderful people of this world, people I adore and want to know more about. Today, my guest is Arshad Goods. He is a lyricist with a unique approach to rap and hip-hop. Backtrap describes his music, an original, rich sonic fusion that is sophisticated and reminiscent of the greats. Woohoo!
That was
Hi,
amazing.
Arshad.
I don't know who wrote that, but that sounded
Someone
great.
wrote it, and I took
Yeah.
it off of something from
That was-
somewhere and kind of reworked it so, we could have a nice, quick, concise way of explaining you because we're going to talk about all you for the rest of this.
You might have to introduce me in shows from now on.
All right.
Yeah,
It's on. I will wear these shoes because they're very hip-hop worthy, right?
And they're weatherproof.
And they're
so,
weatherproof.
yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. So tell me, okay, you need to educate me on backtrap.
Backtrap is something that started with a friend of mine who was also a rapper named Tino. Like maybe our first or second session we had together, we were just talking about like a sound for our music because we didn't think it was like too many other things, and we realized that we like Backpack, which is like this almost like you might say like conscious rap or like the metaphysical lyrical like people who kind of do all that kind
There's
of stuff.
a thing like that?
Yeah, so
Oh,
backpackers
cool.
is the thing. But we still like trap stuff in the sense of we like 808s to knock. We like most of our friends played a whole bunch of Gucci Mane or something like that. So I mean we still like had a feel for like making your car shake when listening to music or just like the feeling of bass.
Gotcha.
So it was like a fusion of those two things, backtrap. So it's like Kanye meets, I don't know, who's somebody from the South,
Dalai
UGK
Lama?
or something like that.
I was thinking the metaphysical end of things.
But yeah,
Kanye and the Dalai Lama would be an interesting
that would be
thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be.
Maybe that wouldn't be a good idea, perhaps.
Kanye would probably like that. I'm sure.
So, okay, thank you, because I was just wondering, I mean, there's so many different types of music out there nowadays. It's confusing, and I thought, okay, what does this mean, even? So, thank you. So, tell me about the metaphysical end of it. I mean...
Oh, when I was saying that was like me being like a rapper that would do a whole bunch of like Rizzical, like it was just an example of that type of rapping.
Okay, gotcha.
I really didn't mean metaphysical in that moment.
Really? So if I listen, I won't I won't transcend.
You might. You
See?
just might. I am into like metaphysics and stuff
Okay,
like
well,
that,
yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
I don't lead with it. I'm kind of woo-woo in very many ways, but, there is a place for it. People that think it's too like, ooh. And I'm like, well, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't real.
Definitely.
It's a feeling and it's just, it's fun because then you get to really freak your brain out, right?
Yeah, or other people.
Yeah, and there you go.
I like having like awkward moments with people, so sometimes talking about...
Should we have an awkward moment right now? Let's just try it.
All right.
Wait, we did good.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
nice.
that was a good awkward moment.
Do you know how to do the thing, like, can you make one of your eyebrows go up instead of the other one?
Well, mine are kind of drawn on. Can you tell?
Got you. Well, no, you can do it. I can't, like, I try to do this a lot, but I can't make it ends up just being a weird scrunch on my face.
But I don't know that I sat around like, I really got to work on this eyebrow thing.
Which makes me mad because most people seem to do it naturally. Or I don't like when The Rock was popular. And
people have like, why do you want to do it when you're singing? Like you're thinking, if I could do the eyebrow up thing right now, this rap would have so much more significance.
Or at least maybe like a picture, like someone might be like he was onto something if I did that. But you see, I still can't get
like
this
the
one
knowledgeable
up.
guy, like, hello, I am all knowing because I can do the eyebrow thing.
That or the whistling, I can't whistle.
My daughter literally has been working on whistling.
Has she got it down yet?
Well, it's getting there, but it bothered her that she couldn't do it, and so now she goes through the house working on whistling.
I commend her. I gave up a while ago, but I commend your daughter.
So I'm guessing we aren't going to hear any kind of music that has whistling in the background. That would be you.
No, I try. Like it just becomes this rush of air that kind of has no.
That's kind of what my daughter.
Yes.
Maybe we need a whistling anonymous group.
That would be great.
WAG.
Because people laugh at me. I definitely have friends that laugh at me because I can't whistle. Or that I can't do the eyebrow
but
thing.
You're extremely good at rapping.
I am.
So
I
you've
think
got
so.
that to fall back on.
That's what I should do. When they say that, I'll just start rapping and make them feel bad.
There you go. Do a rap about how whistling is so not cool.
It's overrated. What do you need to whistle for?
Yeah. No one wants you to do it, so just stop. But rapping, they want me to do.
Exactly.
So tell me about your music. I mean, I love this story, and I want you to tell the story about when you decided I'm committing to this.
Oh, okay. How early are we going back? Do you want me to just kind of...
I think you should choose whichever date you wish.
Okay. So when I came back to St. Louis, I was in Indiana, and I kind of just... I don't technically know if I got my master's all the way because I finished all my coursework.
You don't know? Like, was there a walking across the stage and degree at some point?
When I say I finished my last class, I was already packed and ready to go. I left the next day. I had a party with friends that night, and I wanted to leave so bad. Yeah.
Like, I'm done with this.
I didn't give them any kind of updated information for me. So if I get any kind of anything, it's going to an apartment that who knows lives in right now.
Oh my gosh, this is commitment. Right there.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to leave.
I gotcha. You can call them someday if you need it.
I'm sure.
I kind of need credentials for something.
But I came home, was working with my father, and studying for the GMAT.
Okay.
I think that's the business school one. I don't know.
Sure. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with that.
Cool. We'll go with that. And I made a list of 25 things I wanted to do before I turned 25. One of which was record a project. Just for my ears, really. Not really for anyone else. And in the midst of that, I recorded a voice memo on like a Evo or something, whatever phone was popular back then. And
I think I forgot about the Evo.
The Evo was supposed to be the iPhone killer.
It didn't work.
Didn't work. But I got an iPhone right after. But I recorded a voice memo and I sent it to my sister and my best friend. My sister hit me back maybe within like an hour and was like, "Oh, that sounds great. Cool." I was like, "All right, I feel good about myself a little bit."
This is a good sign.
Yeah. Then my friend it's like 5 hours go by, 6 hours go by, 7 hours go by. And usually when you send something with somebody, like, you want an immediate response almost.
Right.
And then maybe 9 or 10 hours later, he hit me back and he was like, "Yo, I've been listening to this like nonstop, man. You really have something to say."
Oh, cool.
And I still didn't take it serious then. I was like, okay, I'll rap, but I'm still going to like study for this GMAT because rappers don't make money. And then I saw the Batman movie. And when he was in like this prison that was like underground, and the only way you got out basically was climbing up out this well, it almost looked like. But they would put a rope on, and then if you fail that way, and it was like almost like a ceremony type thing, like everyone would watch in the prison, so they would put on a rope and then you try to climb up and get out of this thing. And every time people did this, they would fall. I mean, the rope would catch them. Maybe they have a bruise or something like that. But, you live to climb again, so to speak. But apparently there was one person that got out of this prison before. It was like a kid, they say. So Batman is Batman. He's Batman. Like, he's supposed to be able to do this.
Can't he fly up there? Oh, that's Superman, isn't it?
It's-
I don't think Batman can fly. Sorry, Batman. Forgot your skill set.
He forgives you, I'm sure.
Oh, thank goodness.
But he talks to an old man there that's been in the prison the whole time, and he's like, well, how do I get out of this? How do I climb out? And he says, you must do it like the kid did, with no rope. And that spoke volumes to me. I was somebody who had some degrees to fall back on, got decent job offers. And I was even still, my friend said, you should do music. It's like, I'll do it, but I'm also going to do this kind of thing. And that spoke to me so much that I said, okay, if I'm going to do this, there can't be any rope. There's no plan B. It's just succeed or die.
What I'm doing.
So the next day I maxed out a Guitar Center credit card. And since then I've been doing music.
I love it. No rope. High five on that. No rope.
No
We're
rope.
going to take a quick break. We will be right back with Arshad Goods. I see, that's the story. I love that story. I loved it.
That was 9 minutes. That was so fast.
I know. Well, that always goes by super fast.
Yeah, my
Because
bad.
you're just
I talk
talking.
a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, thank goodness. That was one of my questions to Lee, and I'm like, he talks, right? He's got to talk. Because, you know, if you have somebody on a podcast that's just like, you're like, so, you know, where were you born? They're like, Indiana. You know, and you're thinking, okay, please talk more.
Please talk more.
This show is about you, not about me. Okay, Mish will now fill up the airwaves with things, you know.
Yeah, this is cool.
No, I love it here. We're at Chuck City. Facebook. We're at Chuck City. This is beautiful.
we're
I
still
love this.
going. I
Yeah, no,
forgot
we're
about
live.
this. Yeah,
You
alright.
can talk and say hi to your friends.
Hi, people.
You know.
I don't want to do like the typical rapper, like, let me shout out my mama right now. But I do love my mother, so hi, Mom.
Moms are important.
Yeah. And my father, let me not.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi,
I'm
Dad.
Mish. Thank you for letting Arshad come on today.
And birthing me and all that kind of stuff.
All
too.
that hard
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Raising.
I'm sure I still owe him a lot of money.
We all owe our parents lots of everything. Yeah. Parents, I've decided that has to be part of my plan. Is, you know, because I've done it to my parents, and I think everybody does at some point. It says, I really need some money right now.
Yeah, no, that's happened countless times.
So yeah, it's got to be part of the whole plan. You know.
That's why
Are
I
you
say I'm
ready
too
for
broke
us
have
to
kids.
start again?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Hi, you are back listening to Mishmash, and I am talking to Arshad Goods, and we're going to rap now. No, you don't want me to rap. No,
I'll listen.
I have no clue how to even. I mean, it would be kind of like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I think is about the best I can.
If you say it aggressively enough, it could work maybe.
Oh, I could get some aggressive.
Yeah, if you really mean it, I think that could work.
Kind of bring out that evil, mean side of me. No,
I
that's
can't
not
see
right.
you. Yeah, I can't. No, you're way too nice.
So let me ask you something. I am always impressed that people can take an odd mix of words and make them actually lyrically sound well together. Is that just natural in your head?
I mean, I think part of that is just growing up listening to music, and a majority of that being rap. Well, I mean, actually, I'll be honest. Growing up, I couldn't listen to most rap. My mom was super strict, so I heard NPR probably way more than I heard whatever radio station.
Well, how
was
about
playing
like
music.
Will Smith? He rapped without. No, sorry.
Will Smith, like Summertime Classic. But I wasn't listening to Will Smith as far as like
I gotcha.
who I want to look up to.
Who
kind
are
of
you
thing.
listening to?
Let me think.
Or who did you want to listen to? Sorry, Mom.
She let me listen to Tupac, so Tupac was like a huge influence. For
Okay.
Me. Outside of that, Outkast, that they were on my first concert was seeing Lauryn Hill and Outkast.
Oh, really?
6th grade. Yeah, I think that my sister took me to that show. But Outkast was a big influence. And then like by the time I got to high school, I became like a big Jay-Z and Nas fan. So studying like East Coast hip hop and going back through their catalog. Kanye, that was probably like the biggest influences, I would say.
Okay.
I'd listen to a lot of other music, but as far as people I studied and like, oh, how did they do this? Those are the main ones. Jay-Z is really good with having like multiple layers to stuff, which I try to always have at least 3 layers to anything I have.
So explain layers.
So you have your just surface, so your casual listener that's going to hear this and just face value, what do they take this line as?
Okay.
And then you kind of have like the rapper element to it, which is like whatever the metaphor is in that, so that double meaning. And then usually there's like a personal layer to that you might only get when doing an interview, or if I put out a book years down the line, like, no, that's actually what I was talking about, and that kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, I have like this huge new appreciation.
I mean, now some people do freestyle and they might not have 3 layers to
Well,
it.
right. But the thoughtfulness that you're putting into what you're doing, that's really cool.
It's an art form. Yeah, it's definitely, I think hip hop doesn't get as much credit for actually being an art form. Music in general, sometimes I feel like that. I should, a project I put it should be looked at the same way that you look at a painting when you go to the museum or something like that. Like, that's the same amount of time. Well, I can't say the same amount of time, but a lot of time and energy and people and resources goes into creating these things. And I've never had a kid, but for me, like, that's my child when I'm making music. Now, when I have a kid, I'm sure I'll be like, no, it's nothing like the same thing. But, yeah.
No, but I think that there's a lot to be said for that. Just like raising a kid, there's going to be a lot of thought that goes into that. So you're just putting a lot of thought into this one song at a time.
Right.
I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem. Anytime.
So tell me about your latest project.
Well, I only put out one project so far. It's just Black Sunday. But we did do a re-release that we put online with some extra songs.
Okay.
Black Sunday, for me, it was just supposed to be an introduction to people. I had a hard time hitting up producers and being like, could you send me some beats? Because they'd be like, well, who are you and what have you done? So it was kind of like, it was really just supposed to be, yo, this is how I can get music and get people to take me seriously within the music community. And it turned out like some people liked it actually too. So it grew into something else that I wasn't expecting. But it was a project that it took about 9 months to finish. Originally, I wanted it to be like this story. But then Kendrick put out Good Kid, Mad City, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that because people are going to think that I was doing copying the same thing. So then it became this like breakdown of Black, Sun, and Day. Black being like, at first it was supposed to be like this kind of riding cool music, something for like people from my neighborhood to kind of listen to, and even if they didn't catch all the words, like just to ride around kind of thing. Sun was, I'm melanated, so when the sun hits my skin, there's a certain connection with that. So looking at relationships and love, most of it being like false perceptions of love. We're still talking about love in that section of the project. And then lastly, like Day. So when you wake up, you see the sun outside. So it was like, that was the start of Fear No Man, which is me feeling like really confident and cocky and I'm the best rapper alive kind of thing. But, with each day, like the sun sets also. So Marginalized Monday, which is the last track, was this coming down and kind of like back to reality, looking at yourself, feeling insecure, that, just a life song. And then it starts all over. It's a big cycle. I look at everything as a cycle. I'm big on like duality, and I probably have like 2 voices going at it all the time in my head.
Really? Doesn't get confusing?
Sometimes.
Stop. Wait a minute. One at a time, please. I can't write this down.
Definitely.
So we'll talk to that. Talk about the duality.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with duality. It's always been a thing. Now, like sometimes we'll look back at our lives like in some like third person kind of thing, and I can kind of piece things together better. Now I would say that I think I've been put in a lot of different circles and experienced a lot of different things for the sake of being able to relate to different groups of people. Someone told me recently that they understood that I was big on duality. They said, just make sure I'm not a living one. So making sure that I'm still one myself.
Right.
And it's not like some internal battle going on constantly, but still being able to make sure I can see different sides. Because I just want to bridge, to be honest.
But I think that's important because, so it's really difficult. Like at one point in my life, I was like, oh, I grew up Catholic, and I thought, oh, I should get back into my religion. And I tried. And I'm like, this just isn't working for me. And I think that the problem, I know one of the biggest problems I had with it is that my belief system would change according to the new knowledge that came in.
Definitely.
So I couldn't just be steady with this one belief system because I'd think, or I'd start to want to see other sides. And I go, but what if, and literally I went to, I never understood the Catholic religion. Because I figured out when I was in church, you're there for an hour, and I wasn't super interested. But I figured out, oh my gosh, there's an entire playground in my brain that I can play with. So I was always questioning things and freaking myself out with stuff. And I think that that's important to put yourself in a place where you can see other perspectives.
Definitely.
That's growth.
Yeah.
And that's like also being very open, and then you can talk to anybody.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like life is, if I want to get nerdy right now, like MP3s, or anytime we like digitize audio, like we're basically sampling something coming in at some rapid rate, and we're taking a whole bunch of points, right? And then we do like a best fit line to give you like this digitized version. And I kind of feel like truth, you know what I'm saying? I definitely believe there is an absolute truth, but as far as us interpreting that, I think you kind of have to try to take as many points to get a best fit line as possible, and I think you get those points from different perspectives from people. So I love listening to people and talking to new people because I'm getting another point on my truth line.
Right. Well, and it's so interesting to think I'm seeing this way, and then another person comes in and says, well, I see it this way, and you're like, ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Empathy is key. Putting yourself in other people's
I am
shoes.
so with you on that. Oh my gosh, this is way too much fun. Okay, we are going to take another break, and we will be right back with Arshad Goods.
That is so fast.
Quick. Did you get my email? Look, I have, oh wait.
Oh no, I did see your picture with the bag.
See, and I put it on here today.
Nice.
I was like, here, I am living this. So Leon. Hi, Leon.
Hey.
You can come say hi to our audience if you want.
Hey, audience.
Leon was hanging out at TEDx Gateway Arts with me, and he was telling me about you, and I'm like, have him come on the podcast. And then I started, I have to do a little research.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy sounds so much like my kind of guy. I just love the way you think.
Thank you.
It's so awesome.
I feel like we have some things in common.
Us.
Yeah.
So I have to come see you. The
Definitely
next time you perform, you have to be like, Bish, here's what time, and be here, and I will be there, and I'll introduce you.
And you have to can you bring a button on stage?
I'll bring a button on stage. I will, we could just make a whole entire shirt of buttons.
That actually could be crazy. I don't know if we have that many
It
buttons.
might hurt. I have to be very careful. I'd have to be like,
Miss, can I note something?
Yes.
And just to help you guys out, he was recently named one of St. Louis poised to break out in 2017 by RFT. Just that was before we set it up. So
Poised to break out
in 2017. One of the.
All right, we will get to that.
Yep.
We will get to that because we gotta do questions, but we'll have time. Okay, I have funny questions. Well, they're fun questions.
All right.
Well, they're thoughtful questions. All
There's
right.
so many things.
I am ready.
All right, here we go.
And we are back with Arshad Goods. Okay, it's question time. You ready?
I'm ready.
So, one of your videos there's cubicles are featured. Will you describe a cubicle for me? Like, why cubicles? Why was that a part? I think it spoke to something.
No, so that song I wrote actually while working at a job in a cubicle. So my dad has a business here, so he let me. Actually, he didn't let me. I told him after that we shot a video in the office.
So, Dad, I went to the office end.
But yeah, that was a big part of my life, like the breaking away from the corporate scene and really, that no rope thing that we talked about. Cubicles to me, they're boxes. I don't like boxes. Boxes work for some people, so I don't want to
Well, exactly.
down anyone who works in a cubicle or anything like that. make the best of your cubicle. I guess.
Make
Put
the
some
best
cool
of your cubicle.
pictures on it or something like that. Personalize it. But yeah, cubicles. It's like, have you ever seen Weeds? It reminds me of the little boxes.
Oh,
on
right,
the
right,
hilltop,
right.
little
That
boxes.
hilarious song that's so true. Ticky tacky. They use that word.
Yeah.
I forget where. I can't
No,
sing
it's
the song,
definitely in
but
there.
it's in there.
Ticky tacky is in there. But yeah, that's kind of cubicles are like, if it was a neighborhood like that, we shrunk it down into an office space and basically just put a whole bunch of little boxes.
Gotcha.
It's like cheap offices, really.
Wow.
It's like, man, I wasn't worth my own office.
A cubicle?
Gave me this
Well,
cubicle.
why can't I be that one over there with the window?
Exactly.
You know, there was actually I worked in the corporate world for a while. I didn't work well there. It just didn't work with me. But I noticed at one point that all the managers, like we all had offices, but one wall of managers, which were like the vice president-y kind of people, I noticed all their offices had like molding. That was like the defining factor, that they had molding on their walls, and that therefore that was the vice president type office. I'm like, that's just weird. I'm sorry.
Petty.
I just couldn't. It just didn't work in my head.
Yeah, hierarchy systems don't work
Yeah,
for me.
it just didn't work in my head. Okay, so you have Black Sunday.
Yes.
You have Marginalized Monday. What's Tuesday?
Huh. Oh, wow.
I mean, I think you need to keep going on with this.
Tuesday, I might just need a drink. I think Taco Tuesday. is
Taco
what it might
Tuesday.
become. Lots of margaritas involved in that.
I like it. I like it.
Because the first two it was too mumuch going on. I just needed to relax on Tuesday.
You could
probably.
do like a whole week of songs.
Tuesday would be the random party night, I think.
All right, just because it's usually people don't party on Tuesdays, so it's just like, we just come up with something.
Taco. I mean, Taco Tuesday is real here.
Taco Tuesday's a thing.
People go out and wake up late for work the next day because of Taco Tuesday. So maybe Wednesday would be, I almost got fired today, kind of thing, or something like that.
Almost fired Wednesday.
Yeah.
I love it. Can't wait till that album comes out.
Got you. Soon. Coming soon.
All right, in the St. Louis American, I was reading this. It talks about how you want people to understand that you are a human being and that you have something to say. So can you give me a sentence? What do you want to say as a human being? I mean, you've already said a lot of cool things. I'm expecting you to say something cool again.
Gosh, this is a lot of pressure. I'm going to say, trust your gut. And I don't mean that in a, oh man, this thought about it made me think of a random thought though.
Okay.
Did you know that, all right, so it's two places that you have gray matter. A lot of it's in your brain, but the other part is in your stomach.
This is true.
I never knew why the go with your gut instinct, like where that came from until like 3 weeks ago.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I like it. And you should. People, I don't, and you can become better with your intuition and trusting your gut if you actually like work that muscle, if you will. I mean, so instead of ignoring it like, that doesn't make sense. A lot of times the things that don't make sense, you're actually supposed to do. And you won't understand that it made sense until maybe years later.
Yeah.
But it'll come to you, be like, oh, that's why I had to do that. Got it. She's got to trust it.
Definitely. Yeah. Someone said to me, the universe conspires for you to win when you become fearless.
Ooh.
And I think that's completely
That's huge.
true.
And the universe loves you because even when you keep going, why is this happening to me? It's the universe going, fix it. It is time to fix this. How much longer are you going to keep dealing with this,
Yeah.
So it's the universe's way of saying, you got something to heal here.
Yay, universe.
Yay, universe. So tell me, this is really exciting news that was just shared that Leon shared with us. And it is that you are poised to be the breakout artist 2017. Riverfront Times said this. Tell me, what was that like?
It was surprising. It was some pressure. I guess I felt a little bit, but it's always good to get any kind of publicity. There we go.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Especially if it's positive. So I would rather that than 2017 artists that you should forget about kind of thing, or anything like that.
Time to say goodbye.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm grateful in that sense. It's nice to feel like I have support within the city, and not just with publications, just with people in general, feeling like my music is connecting with people. So it lets me know I'm doing something right. I definitely critique myself very hard, so I feel like I have a lot of growth still to do. But I'm grateful. That's the better.
Well, congratulations. I mean, that says a lot. I mean, and doesn't it feel like, okay, I'm in alignment. I'm doing what I should be doing, you know? And so where have you played? Where, tell me some of the places that people can, or where are you going to be playing?
As far as shows that are like set for this year, I think Earth Day Festival, which is like April 22nd or something like that.
Yeah, April 22nd.
There's some other stuff we're negotiating right now. We'll see if that works out. But that's the only thing I think that is on the books for sure. As far as previous shows, we just did a show Sunday, which was like a live recording. I don't want to say where at because we're in a studio space, and I'm gonna respect this studio space. But it was a cool turnout. Like basically people viewing a live recording. A lot of people came out. It was a lot of drunk people, which drunk people are usually like happy or fans.
Was it Taco Tuesday by any chance?
It was late on the Sunday.
Okay.
They made it a Tuesday. Tuesdays can be any day, right?
It's Tuesday somewhere, maybe.
It's Tuesday. I like that. We've done the bootleg. We've done Delmar Hall last year. We went out to Dallas and did something at the Profit Bar. I've been out in LA. I forgot which place I was at in LA.
There's just a few.
But I mean, we've done a decent bit, especially in the city at different venues. Blank Space. I could keep going, but the plan right now is really to kind of break out and get to other cities, and hopefully I can have like a long list of you next time we talk.
Well, and you have a website where people can go.
ArshadGoods.com.
There you go.
ArshadGoods.com.
And is that a rap name, or is that your name?
That's my government middle name. It's actually hyphenated in real life.
Okay.
Goods is like my mother's last name, so they threw that in my middle name. But what's weird is I was searching for a rap name at first. Like, I'm not going to tell you some of the names we came up with were very typical rapper type things. I might have had Young in front of my name at some point. Who knows? But eventually, yeah, I don't know how I came to that, but it was like, oh, let's use my middle name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you tons for being here. It was so fun to talk to you.
Hopefully you have me back one day.
I totally will. I mean, so when you're like big and famous, I can be like, hey, come on my podcast again.
Yeah. You have to give me a dope introduction like you did.
You know that I will. I totally will. Well, thank you, Arshad Goods. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, I got to say something, don't I?
Yeah.
Can you? You can do your editing thing. Thank you all for listening to Mishmash Podcast. Find us on iTunes and please subscribe. Everybody have an awesome one. Bye. Live recording. See what happens? All right, I gotta turn you guys off. Thank you all for hanging out with us. See you all soon. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of this.